Welcome back to the class on communication. In the first class, I just gave you some introduction about the communication, and I had said that I am talking and you are understanding. You are talking, I am not understanding. Why? Today, I will take this idea a little forward. Again, I am only trying to sow the seed of knowledge which should help you with personal development. Communication is a word of Latin origin. It means sharing of information or intelligence. The most common medium of communication is language. It can be any language, but the process of communication remains the same. While speaking, we resort to physical gestures. Have our hands, shrug our shoulders, smile, and nod to reinforce what we are saying. Besides, there are several other means of communication available to us. You can have non-linguistic symbols such as traffic lights, roads, signals, railway signals to convey information on movement of vehicle and trains. We use telegraphic code for quick transmission of messages and secret codes for communicating defense or highly confidential information. For communication, these codes are valued in their special reference. But it is the linguistic communication in which today I want to talk to you. Therefore, I will now give you a brief how it takes place. Communication is the process. The components are sender, message, channel receiver, and response. The first thing to notice is that every communication situations there are two parties, sender and receiver. While you are listening to me, remember my concern more today is the communication at workplace. So you should try to relate whatever I am saying at the workplace. An important part in the communication process is the existence of cooperation between the sender and the receiver. If you speak to a person who's totally lost in his thoughts or uses a language he does not understand, no communication will take place. Communication, in fact, is a social function, and each community develops a common medium for the purpose. The medium may consist of a language or a code or a set of symbols which stands for certain ideas, feelings, notions, things. To encode a message, relevant symbols are selected and arranged in a pattern to convey the meaning. The choice of channel and type of signal is determined by the situation. When addressing a conference of research workers, a scientist uses technical language. He speaks distinctly and makes suitable gesture to drive home his point. On the other hand, when a salesperson is talking to his customer, he is using a different kind of language and a different kind of approach. Similarly, when you are talking to your boss, your peers, or your juniors, you will have to modify your communication to suit the situation in which you are dealing. When the communication transmits his message, he expects a response. The response may be immediate or deferred, favorable or unfavorable. He may, for instance, send a letter of consideration or congratulation to a friend on his success in examination. and receive an immediate reply. On the other occasion, an application for leave may not be granted. But for this reason, it is not ceased to be a communication. Only it has not produced the desired response. The sender is naturally interested in knowing how his communication has been received. The observation of receiver, that is yourself or your juniors or your this thing, is and response is called feedback. When I am talking to you, what you tell me is the feedback. When you are talking, this thing is called the feedback. Immediate feedback is possible only in face-to-face interaction or telephonic conversation. Such communication has one significant advantage. The sender can possibly promptly adjust the tenor of his communication, but the oral communication by its very nature is limited. The process of communication will different with the organization. It'll different your position. Are you talking to the sending a communication or a report to your chairman? Are you scolding or your subordinate? Are you talking to a customer? Are you talking to your supplier? So the communication again will depend upon the organization, workplace and your position. If you are working on a shop floor, your communication is of different criteria. If you are in a sales job, you are on a front desk job, your communication place is entirely different. Again, like we had talked about organization also in that, though we talked about hierarchical organization, what is your relationship with your peers, superior or juniors? If your relationship is very formal, then your communication has to be very formal. If your relationship is not very formal, little informal, the communication can be little informal. Culture of the organization. What you talk in India, what you talk in America, what you talk in China, what you talk in a public sector bank will all depend upon the culture of the organization, because it is up to you to make the message understood. So this is the second aspect of the communication which I have talked to you. Thank you. In my next lesson, I will cover some responses which a person normally gives in the workplace, which either enhances his image or degrades his image, enhances his acceptability or degrades his acceptability. Thank you.